a message that I'm sending for those who believe that education means to separate yourself from farming. So over the past 7 days, we did see a little carnival in between. We've been in the heights of Battery. Turning the bean, because the Cibexo method, and Cibexo stands for Cocoa International Bean Exchange Organization, which was founded by Eric of Spag and Volo Chocolates, requires the bean to be treated with a lot of love. Their chocolates are made of 70, 75, 80% cocoa. The stuff you and I eat normally, 5 and 10%. So what we have in this particular operation that we've now partnered with to bring the best to Dominica is not a confectionery. The cocoa that is transformed into what is called dark chocolate is a health food. Anti-high blood pressure, anti-Alzheimer's, anti-dementia, good memory health, good heart health. Being recognized now by the National Institutes of Health of the United States and those who are learned in medical science and nutrition as a health food. So the first phase of the project is where we are. What is that first phase? The first phase is an assessment. Because before you build a factory, you need to know what's there. Now we know we have cocoa, but we don't have a cocoa industry. An industry means a systematically, scientifically organized arrangement where people grow on schedule, they sell on schedule. You may even have a price board. You may have a system that tells people on any given week where they sell, for how much they sell, and where it is the funding comes from to do the inputs, to do the cultivation, the systematic education in best practices in cultivation, in hybridization, in harvesting, in fermentation, in processing. And that's what you need. We don't have it. But we have great soil, we have smart people, people who are capable of working hard, and we have cocoa trees which are in dire need of rehabilitation, and we have land that is waiting to be planted with more cocoa. So the assessment would allow us to know what it is we have, where it is we have it. And with the help of Dexter and Dapex, under the leadership of Mr. Emmanuel and Theodora Williams, Mr. Emmanuel, Theo, we are well on our way in having the data, the metrics, that will allow us to then use that data to extrapolate from that data what it is you can do. Because if we were, for instance, to design a micro factory, we would need to know that we have X amount of cocoa bean, as in pounds per week, that can feed into the mill. Or else you're going to have a white elephant. So you can't
open. You see the little thing here? The cartilodon?
Okay.
It's open. It's dyed already.
Okay.
So when it's like that, it's good. You see the color? Okay. No water inside?
Okay.
When it's not a lot of water inside, it's good. You see that one's closed.
Which one?
It's really purple inside still. So that one not developed the fermentation yet.
So when the inside begins to open up, then that's when it's good.
It's good.
If I'm going to be involved in Dominica to bring up a chocolate industry, it doesn't make sense for me to import tons of sugar from the Dominican Republic. Initially, that may be the solution.
Short term.
But we need to be innovating, because imagine a sugar industry in Dominica. It's job creation, wealth creation, right? So all we need is the right technical input. And if we have a good team of people, and that's what we want to do, we don't have to do it on a large scale. We can start small and then gradually grow. What interested me about your operation is that you're already doing something with cane. Is it possible for you to expand into sugar if the right technical input is here and the right sourcing of the right equipment can be attained? And then we look at all the numbers and we figure out whether it's worth doing, and if we can't afford to do it in country, then we find the right partner that is interested in the sugar industry apart from what our interest is, and then they put in the financial input.
Okay. That's good.
We don't use.
So all the sugar cane is self-sustained from the family.
That is correct.
Gotcha.
So not even mineral fertilizer is applied.
Beautiful.
So we use the bagasse that is transformed
Back
to
in the
compost.
soil.
Right.
Thanks.
Wow.
So we cut manually. We have working cutters. 95 of them are Haitian.
Okay.
Cut, load, and bring this way. That's where we take the weight of the cane.
The weight of the cane.
So we take the weight because we need to know what is the production per year, so we can monitor the yield of the cane.
Got it.
A question. From planting to harvest, how much time it takes?
It takes 14 months.
14 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when you get the rattan after you cut it, it can get mature for 12 months.
Okay.
12 months. Then you can cut as long as you have a good yield. The yield is being maintained. You can keep cutting. But when the yield is decreasing, then you have no choice than to destroy the field, flood it over, put bagasse or organic matter, and replant.
Okay.
How long does one in compost?
That between 9 and 11 months, it is transformed already. That is transformed naturally by action of the humidity and the microorganisms. So also we use the dry season to crush because we are dealing with cane sugar and we need the sugar content. So the higher the sugar content is the better for us.
That's right.
And
During the rainy season, sugar content goes down.
Right, because it's absorbed
That's right. You
in
got
the
it.
water and
You got
dilute
it.
the sugar.
Okay.
Right? So we crush from January until end of June.
Okay.
This year we started a little bit late because we were doing some maintenance. We started just 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So the main reason why we choose the dry season, firstly we just mentioned because of the sugar content, we need more concentrated sugar content. Secondly, because we use a water-driven mill, and the water is taken from the river. So during the rainy season, you're going to have the overflowing of the river with these rocks that will prevent us from crushing. That you will see here. So that will provoke a lot of blockage.
Okay, got it.
And thirdly, we will have access to the field because the tractor has to go to the field and the field will be very supplied.
So can you see this okay? It's an old black and white photograph of Dominicans cracking cocoa pods in the earlier part of the last century. They had all the pain, but they had very little of the gain. Because again, what they did was they were not involved in the science or technology. They were just doing the brute labor to crack the pods, to dry the pods as we're doing here, and to export those beans to England, to Cadbury's. And the folks at Cadbury's made the money. And by the way, they sold the chocolate back to us as a finished product. Are we capable of doing that ourselves? Yes. Indeed we are. Cocoa pod with dried beans. Why are we here? Folks, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, teachers and our friends, colleagues, we're here to introduce the Cocoa International Bean Exchange Organization, started by Mr. Reed, and partner that organization with Dominica, so we have ownership in the whole process from crop to shop. We are here to educate, so it's only fitting and good that we're here at the college. We're here to create a sense of value among Dominican farmers and Dominican students and other interested parties. We're here to create a sense of ownership among our people. If we do not have a sense of ownership in this college, in our education, in our country, in what we possess, we will not succeed. We must have a sense of ownership, because when you have a sense of ownership, you have a sense of respect and a sense of purpose. We're here to build a world-class cocoa to chocolate industry. So we don't want to get stuck at the bottom of the pile simply cracking pods and selling the bean. We want to be able to take that bean and transform that bean into premium chocolate and other beneficial products, even pharmaceuticals, because cocoa right now is acknowledged as a health food. Repeat after me. Cocoa is a health food. It's good for diabetes, it's good for high blood pressure, it's good for memory health, helps counteract the effects of Alzheimer's and dementia, and it also is good for heart health.
Dominica, the land of beauty, the land of verdure and glorious sunshine, our hills and rivers are beautiful and be by those who stay here, even for a while. Here are so long, so green and beautiful, as we sing of your